Welcome everybody. I'm here with some colleagues which I will introduce during the ceremony. My name is Herbert Hamele and I'm representing the European network Ecotrans for sustainable tourism development. We start now with the Vision for Sustainable Tourism, Vision for Innovation in Sustainable Tourism Awards 2014. 3 years ago, when we had a similar ceremony here, Mr. Valère Thiollet, the chief editor of Visions on Sustainable Tourism, travel mole channel on the internet, reaching 450,000 professionals worldwide, was with me. Unfortunately, few days ago, he fell seriously sick and he cannot come. Therefore, we try to cope with the challenge and do our best. All the best for you, Valère. We are here to share your vision for innovation in sustainable tourism. If you should have seen the program, there is a line saying from VISTAS to VISTAS. What does it mean? 3 years ago, together with Valère Thiollet, we presented here on the same place the Visions on European Sustainable Tourism Awards, which were awards for best practices on the level of tourism businesses, on the level of destinations, or including also tour operators. This 3 years ago, it was not us in the Ecotrans group and in Vision on Sustainable Tourism to identify and to verify the good practice in destinations. No, we have asked the many certification programs out there and the awards for sustainable tourism. You have the best knowledge on good practices in sustainable tourism. Let's do something together and let's each of you nominate 1, 2 or 3 good candidates. We had received 100 nominations and had them at the end identified through a Ecotrans team of experts as independent jury, about 20 excellent cases which we had presented that year, 3 years ago. Potential to concentrate on destinations. Not first of all on individual businesses, but on destinations, because on destinations, all tourism services, together with the nature, the culture, the social life, comes together. And this is what tourists are looking for. And we name it now the VISTAS, the Vision on Innovation for Sustainable Tourism Awards, starting with this destination-focused approach in Europe and rolling out in the coming years to all parts in the world. In order to help the destinations, we have parallel, together with main partners, developed a so-called Destinet Partner Program. Destinet being a global portal for sustainable tourism and responsible tourism development, focusing on the needs of experts and all types of stakeholders. It is especially a site for those who are working in this field, but it is used also by complementary and partnering programs. On Destinet, we have developed and will roll out and communicate in the next weeks and months the services which are offered, and this includes a special section on 4 destinations to know their role with explanations. There is a knowledge base for destinations covering all important topics for a destination manager, whether it is the green supply chain or the travel issues or training, education or certification or monitoring. Manage your network, there is a special help. Get training and advice in collaboration with nation-based, excellent, internationally experienced experts in the field of tourism destination management, access your sustainability. There will be presented a special tool in a minute. Measure your progress, get international recognition, and get marketing support. Because this is the reason, especially on a business level, hotels and other services in tourism are working to earn money, and this is correct, and this is good. Yeah? But when being especially committed to sustainable development, then many expect, and they are right in doing this, to have advantages when being certified or awarded and recognized. You find all these tools on the Destinet site, and one of the tools is Global Sustainable Tourism Review System, which is unique and which unifies the global sustainable tourism criteria for destinations, which you might have heard of, with indicators recently published by the European Commission for measuring the sustainability progress in destinations. And I give the floor to Albert Salman, who introduces you in the system, which is not just a dream, which is already heavily used. Albert Salman represents the Coastal Union, and you will see him later again when it comes to the quality coast. But now the GSTR, please.
Just very briefly, thank you, Herbert. It's been very difficult, and it's been keeping people busy from all over the globe for 10 or 20 years to measure or monitor sustainability at destination level. What is a sustainable destination? Does it exist? How can we evaluate it? How can we assess it? We've been able, over the last couple of years in the Quality Coast team, to translate sustainability in different measurable but also meaningful indicators. Indicators in the field of, first, nature, environment, local identity, cultural heritage, local community participation, and business involvement. And for that, indeed, we use a lot of indicators from the SDC on policy, but also on status indicators, ETIS, our own Quality Coast indicators. It's now a worldwide system that's enabling us to look at a lot of destinations. We have a database with 1,000 destinations, and these are the 20 destinations for Europe that we have evaluated in the most positive way. We are able to give an overall percentage sustainability. So I don't say that 100% is ever possible, but we are on the sort of, you can say that a number of destinations are on the road to sustainability in a pretty good way. Of course, some destinations are only 20 or 25%. That's the bottom of the 1,000. We're also, of course, able to say, okay, you have an award, could be Quality Coast, could be Alpine Pearls, could be Eden, and for 10, let's say, quality indicators that are meaningful for tourists, we can say also how good they are compared to their neighbors, their other destinations in other countries. And you see here 10 indicators like marine life, nature, landscape, coast, environment, clean sea, beach award, culture, social, and hotels. Okay, it's too many to understand now, but you can all see it on the internet later. And it enables us, the system, to compare the quality and the sustainability performance of destinations. It monitors improvement in sustainability, also over time. It encourages DMOs and DMCs to improve their performance, and it presents sustainability indicators that are really relevant to tourists. Tourists often ask, what is sustainability? We give them a way actually to understand what sustainability should result into. Visible indicators of sustainability, and also in that way it helps holidaymakers to make a choice. If you want to go to the Caribbean, what do you find important? If you want to go to Portugal, what is the best destinations? It's not only theory, it's also put into practice already by booking websites. The first one is bookdifferent.com, an affiliate of booking.com. And when you sort of search for a hotel in a destination, you get destination information, and that's our information from the GSTR. And you can also compare destinations in that way. And so, for example, if you were looking for Bonaire, and you say, okay, compare Bonaire with 20 other destinations in that region, this enables you to, with green colors for good, red colors for bad, and yellow for intermediate, to actually compare regions, to compare destinations with each other. Back to the toolkit.
Thank you, Albert. One question. Stop. One question. 1,000 destinations are now in the database. That means certain types of destinations could compare to each other.
Yeah, I must say it's at the moment mainly coastal and island destinations, because we did this for TUI. We started this for TUI 3 years ago, and they gave us sort of the challenge to do that for the holiday destinations for the summer. But we also are now able to make this system working for winter sport destinations and for rural destinations. We tested all the award winners from VISTAS as well.
And if there would be a destination who has an interest to join, how to do it?
It's easy, just contact Qualitycast or EcoTrans.
Yeah. Whomever. Okay, thank you. Another tool is directed to, or has the ambition to support those engaged businesses and destinations working for sustainable tourism, for sustainable development, in better reaching the market, in having better market exposure and having also a benefit linked to their sustainability initiatives. And here the tool is the Travel Green Europe marketing package, bringing destinations closer to the consumer. And here it's my pleasure to welcome Roxanne Kempf. Where is she? Here she is. Very smart, and she is one of the front runners in being, let's say, fresh air into marketing.
Thank you. Good afternoon, thank you all for coming. First of all, before getting into details to present what Travel Green Europe marketing package really means, let me first of all tell you that all the partners involved in this marketing package share the same vision of sustainable tourism. That is to say that sustainable management and destination is definitely the future of tourism. But the thing is that concretely we notice that travelers do not know what sustainable tourism means. They often have cliches, and we're here to let them know of what it exactly means. And this is why marketing and communication are that important to market the destinations. So let's first start with, so you have a presentation here of the different partners involved. So of course Destinet, Travel Motion, Book Different that was previously mentioned by Albert Salmon, as well as Green Hopping. Now, Destinet, this is an advantage for the destination in terms of access to valuable information, but it's more than this, because actually they can have a destination profile page on Destinet, also with a mapping of the different green offers of a destination, and finally quality controlled information that is a good basis for the different Travel Green Europe marketing package. So here you have an example specifically of a destination page for Werfenweg, and with on the right side the mapping of the different businesses in Werfenweg. So Green Hopping, it's a website dedicated to inspiration for travelers, but for destinations it's interesting because this website enables made-to-measure communication, tailor-made communication, because the website is designed to be modular and really adapted to every destination's uniquenesses and strengths. We also provide responsible businesses profile pages highlighting the different labels and certificates. And last but not least, and this is very important to trigger the word of mouth between the travelers that know about sustainable tourism, it's about telling stories and to inspire in turn other travelers that will join the movement of sustainable tourism. So here you have an example again of Werfenweg, which is the highlighted destination of the month on Green Hopping, with a system to easily find green destinations. Then this is an example of tailor-made destination page on green hopping, where you have different tabs highlighting once more the different topics that are meant to inspire travelers, and at the same time introducing the local initiative promoting sustainability. So in this example, the SAMO initiative promoting soft mobility in the destination. So now we move on to another partner, which is TravelMotion, which provides destination with a green destination viewer. So in short, it's about displaying pictures that speak for themselves and that inspire travelers. But TravelMotion provides more services than this, as it has access to an important network of travel agents. So it can display a newsletter for destinations, but it also enables destinations towards tour operators to organize a quizzer, to again raise awareness of tour operators, travel agents regarding sustainability in destinations, and last but not least, cooperation with PEP Express and the Bonus Club. So here you have the example of the destination page on the green destination viewer. So you see definitely that the pictures speak for themselves, always willing to inspire travelers, of course. Last but not least, Book Different, which was introduced by Albert Salmond previously. It's about booking hotels differently with charity, part of the booking that is sent to charity organization. The Book Different provides destinations with hotel booking widgets, which enables them to directly book through different destination pages. Also, destination have a customized page with clearly highlighted GSTR rating, as once more you could see previously with the example of Arbel Zaman. On Book Different, you also have a blog with key stories to tell, always willing to inspire, always the same thing. And last but not least, it's about mapping and the sharing of profile pages and content through the different social networks, which is optimized for SEO. So this is an example of how the booking widget is integrated on Book Different here as with the Alpine Pearls website. And last but not least, here you have an example of a landing page for the searchable destinations on Book Different. So to conclude this, I hope you clearly enjoy our concept, and of course the great thing about this package is that we sponsor the winners at the VISTAS 2014 Awards. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Roxanne. We have an intermezzo prepared, which is a little bit different from all the good practice examples, which we will see afterwards. We know there is not only sun on Earth, there is not only, let's say, sunlight, there is also shadow. And within our team, our large team, it is Gordon Sillens, who has made special studies on cases which we cannot nominate as good practice examples, but you have to say something about it. Gordon, please.
You're going to change the slides? Thank you very much, everybody, and glad to see everybody's interested in sustainable tourism. I'm too old to just gloss over the issues. I'm not interested in greenwash, and I want tourism to be serious about its impacts on the environment. So the VISTA Awards has this spotlight on unsustainable tourism. What you'll see is that bad practice as well as good practice is being highlighted, and these are the destinations which are going to go out to the world's media, it's going to go out on the social networks, it's going to be reported to governments, and the message is don't go to these destinations, don't visit these places. It's not the positive message about tourism. But what are they going to be? That's the interest. So where are we with these? So let's just take a look. First of all, how are they reported? Let me just tell you. We're being very serious about this. We've taken the GSTC and UNEP's work, the work of UNWTO. We've taken the work of the European Commission and the impact assessment models, and we've got the three triple bottom line issues of the environment, economy, social cultural issues, and then the management issues. You can report on any of these, and there's a special form for you to send in. We have an example there of the site. You go up to this site on Destinet and you can fill in your own forms and report your own examples. But what we've chosen for today, which you all get a chance to vote on and see which is the worst of these, we can see that this is the impact assessment form in the Sustainability Analysis Reporting Framework. Let's just go straight to the examples. We're all familiar with it at the moment. It's Sochi. Does everybody know what happened in Sochi? Does everybody know the railway line which went through the protected area and the damage which was caused, irreparable damage caused, let alone the damage caused to the destination itself and the water pollution, contamination issues, etc. But read about our Sochi example and why Sochi was such a bad example of how to do tourism development. The next one is in Egypt and it's Hurghada. I don't know if any of you love corals, the Red Sea, but 90% of the reef in Hurghada has been destroyed. And this is a lovely area of the world. I know there's problems at the moment there, and it doesn't do Egypt any good to have examples of tourism like this, where mass tourism has really killed the golden goose of ecotourism. So once again, a destination and a model to be avoided. The third one, from where I am, I'm based in the Algarve International Autodrome. If any of you remember the VISTAS from 2011, we reported this in the VISTAS. In the Portuguese bailout, this received a 90 million subsidy from the bailout money, the 70 billion which came to Portugal. 90 million has gone into an unsustainable white elephant like this, which is in the habitat of Bonelli's eagle and the Iberian lynx. And this certainly doesn't do any favours to the beautiful Algarve tourism which you could experience. So, fourth and finally, we have to go to Kozhailau in Kazakhstan, where there's the threat of a luxury ski resort being built in the home of the snow leopard. And may I say, this was an example which was presented by somebody else doing the research on this, and they were able to fill in the form in 3 hours. They filled in a very, very precise and detailed form of how to show that this is not something which should be built. And if you look in the snow here, just here, that's people lying in the snow, writing out that SOS for the snow leopard and this pristine protected area near Kazakhstan. So there's 2,000 people on Facebook, there's 10,000 people who signed this petition. I would like you to get behind them and help them stop this ski resort taking place up there. I would like to say that there's rusty nail, and that's what we don't want to walk on the beach. We've got the chance to vote on these examples. Come to Destinet and take a look at the page of VISTAS, and you'll get a chance to vote then which is the worst of these. Which is the one which is really upsetting you? Which is the one you feel shouldn't be happening, shouldn't have happened, which you should be telling your governments about? You should be telling other consumers about, you should be reporting in the media. So, for ITB, it's a partnership. We would like to launch with park managers, with protected areas, to report on any unsustainable tourism going on in those habitats which we need to protect with true ecotourism, with genuine sustainable tourism, which is what the VISTAS is all about finally. So you can add your own examples, as I said. I'm going to finish very quickly because you've all got to get on. Thank you very much. We'd like to hear from you.
Thank you very much, Gordon. And we all know it's a little bit easier to say this is a good example rather than saying to another destination, this is not a good example. Especially for that purpose, has been very important to have this scientific-based approach with the assessment and to involve other people who have similar difficulties. Not to stop tourism, but to change tourism. Now we come to, what is it, the next one? Intervention, and here we have a special step which is following. As I said in the beginning, the VISTAS 3 years ago was done in collaboration with existing certification programs and awarding systems. Now, this approach we continued, and one of these 3 networks, we are starting the VISTAS this year. One of these 3 is Quality Coast, the Quality Coast network, and Albert Salman with his team and with the many destinations out there use the opportunity to present here one of several Quality Coast winners in this year, and after that we go to the nominations for the VISTAS. Albert, please. One question is, what is Quality Coast?
Quality Coast is a network of actually high quality destinations that are not yet sustainable, but actually quite a bit underway, and they're committed to sustainability. We've been issuing awards for progress in sustainability since 6 years now, and every year about 25 awards are given. This is the picture that you see here is the awards that were given last year, 2013, award winners in Europe. Quality Coast has started in Europe with support of the European Commission to support sustainability in tourism, but now we also have an increasing number of member communities outside Europe. So far we have 150 destinations in the network, and they exchange information, they exchange good practices among each other, and they also like to share that with others, and that's what the VISTAS program is for. We help destinations to understand what sustainability means, what it means for their destination. It's not so easy. It's more than tourists are actually aware of. It's a lot of things that you can see. It's also a lot of things that you cannot see. Policies. You have to have your policies in order to make sure that you can offer the same qualities to your tourists that you're offering now to the next generation of tourists. And for that you need policies. And we also are helping destinations to develop better policies, making use of global standards. So we use also the Global Sustainable Tourism Council standards and criteria. And from this idea, we also developed a monitoring system for, let's say, the more visible sustainability, and they can also see in the GSDR. We try to also we help destinations to make their sustainability visible to tourists. So transparency is very important. It's not just an award. Here you have a flag. Here you have a certification, a certificate, piece of paper. We encourage destinations to show how they improve, and also we encourage destinations to get in touch with their business sector. The business sector is so important for sustainability and for the quality of the destination, and also the local community, local people. So all these points are taken together, and we request Quality Coast destinations to create a stakeholders committee to actually help the local authority and the mayor and the vice mayor to make progress. I said the last map was showing the award winners of last year. You must realize that we have actually 4 jury meetings every year. This is the result of the first jury meeting of this year. So the first 6 destinations that have been selected for a Quality Coast award. Some of these destinations have already been agreed with to have the award ceremony in another place, at their destination. You see this list, and off this list Next. It is selected. They have not even been so much actively involved in analyzing their policies. That's what's going to happen next. But we found Sintra so, having shown such a commitment to sustainability aspects like preserving nature quality, preserving landscape quality, preserving local identity, cultural heritage, also involving local people and business sector. I think it's a really good destination that we'd like to encourage to assess their policies even better the next year with us, and then try to go for quality gold silver, or who knows, gold. Receive the certificate of the quality gold silver.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this reward. I'm very proud and very happy and very honored with this award. And I think we deserve it because we are trying very hard and we are very committed to preserve our environment. Not only our coast, which is unspoiled, and we want very much to remain like that, but also our cultural environment. And that's why Sintra is a World Heritage City. And I myself am the president of the World Heritage Organization. So we have particular responsibilities to do so. So this year, it is only the beginning, first step. And as you have said, I think that next year it will silver, and after, who knows, perhaps gold. Thank you very, very much. It was a very, very important reward. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Basilio Orta.
It has just been 1 minute, but what you said contains not only a lot of good content, but you are speaking from your heart. And all of us, we know it's not just working for 1 minute, it is a generation issue. So congratulations also from my part. Now we come to the nominations for the VISTAS 2014, and the partners in this launch for the VISTAS are, besides Quality Coast, the Eden Network and the Alpine Pearls Network. You have seen already Albert Salmon, but now I'm looking for Xavier Lechien over there. He is coming up to the stage, and for Carmen Mentil. And Xavier, what is Eden?
It's a big question. Eden is an initiative launched by the European Commission 6 years ago. It was made to promote very little destination, and our motto is discover the hidden treasure of Europe. And we have a network of 120 destinations which are very hidden, and you have to discover them to discover the heart of Europe.
There's always something to discover. And how many members does the Eden Network have now?
We have for 6 years now 120 members, but we have a potential of more than 200 because we decided to invite all the runners-up of each year contest.
Okay, that's something. That's quite enormous. Good, thank you. Stay with me. Carmen, Alpine Pearls. I know they can not just found many of them on the street or in the mountains, but you have some Alpine Pearls and they have something in special.
Alpine Pearls is not so large in number, but I think very deep in quality. Also Eden and also Alpine Pearls. It is a network of 29 communities in the Alpine region. We exist since 2006 and still growing. And our villages, our 29 villages, focus on mitigating carbon emissions when it comes to their holiday experience. So they really try to make a fun adventure out of your holiday, but with as little carbon emissions as possible, avoiding car travels as much as possible, and enjoy nature in the alpine space.
And how many countries do the Alps cover, and in how many countries do you have members?
So 6 countries, going from Switzerland, Germany, Austria, Slovenia, to Italy, France. That's it, yeah, 6. We're still missing out on Fürstentum Liechtenstein, and we have been in discussions with them, so the last country of the Alps will come one day, sooner or later.
Okay, let's encourage Fürstentum Liechtenstein. Now we have these 3 organizations, and Albert also will come up later when I need you, sorry. And these networks cover coastal destinations, alpine destinations, and small-scale, mainly rural destinations. And this is quite a nice range, which allows us to present you now 20 nominations out of these 3 networks. And we start with Quality Coast VISTAS 2014. Alonissos in Greece, a nice place which is very strong in the protection of the Mediterranean monk seal, specific fishing rules which contribute to the protection of threatened species, and a great offer of local food. The next one is Ameland, on a very different place in the Netherlands. They have been nominated, being part of the Waddenzee UNESCO World Heritage Site, and nominated for their traditional way of making mustard in the local windmill. This is a innovation. The Azores Islands, far west in Europe, in Portugal, have been nominated by Quality Coast, being 9 volcanic islands curved with lakes, for their global geopark network activities, and especially the dolphin watching activities, cleaning beaches, and also in this context offering 60 pedestrian and bike trails, all very well placed and cared for, and being an excellent offer. The next nomination is Bayona in Galicia in Spain, in the northwestern part of the Iberian Peninsula, for their regulations protecting the coastline from excessive urban pressure. Not easy to do, but innovation helped and their engagement contributed to achieve this. And by the way, Christopher Columbus was there in 1493, after his return from America, from the Caribbean, not being India. Cascais, Portugal, again, they have been nominated for their excellent bicycle initiative, free of charge for tourists, and this combined with excursions and with nature restoration projects, especially the dunes at the Atlantic Ocean. Fuerteventura and the Canarian Islands with their 225-kilometer bike lanes and the restoration of the turtle population there, being a biosphere reserve and a UNESCO Starlight Reserve. Goederede in the Netherlands, nominated for their Go Electro, electric scooters, traditional style buildings in the Netherlands. Gozo, Malta, the biggest island besides the very big island of Gozo. They have been nominated by Quality Coast for their rehabilitation of their valleys and the creation of a new heritage trail system, which Quality Coast perceived as being excellent innovation there. The next one is in the Netherlands, Katwijk. I hope I pronounce it correctly, yes. Nominated for their underground car park under the sand dunes. This is something very special, and as Quality Coast promised to me, and I had a look at this a little bit. It's quite interesting and done very well. Family tourism is one of their major targets. Kokzijde in Belgium, nominated for the traditional horseback shrimp fishing. That's interesting. And also being a cultural heritage site. Lagos in Portugal belongs to the larger Algarve region. A good practice example: solar panels, biogas, reduction of CO2 emission in the public lighting, local identity and cultural heritage preservation are some of their strengths and innovations in the past few years. Migliarino San Rosore Park in Italy, nominated for their variety of wetlands, woodlands and dunes and preservation activities. And in the regional nature park, they have a bird area with hosting over 200 species, and there is a set of activities contributing to the preservation and giving access to tourists to share this nice experience with bird watching, etc. Noordwijk in the Netherlands, clean beaches, rich dunes and tulip fields in the spring. This is some components of their Dike in Dune project, and Dike in Dune is their innovation. We cannot explain it now, I don't know it very well, but of course there will be the information for you and the website where to find all this. And then we have Paphos in Cyprus, nominated, being on the UNESCO list for their plastic reduction in the hotels, which in some northern countries maybe might not be a big problem anymore, but in the south, in the Mediterranean, it is not only a big issue to deal with, but especially surrounded by sea, by the Mediterranean Sea. This is something very important to deal with, and this has been the reason for nomination. And now we go back to the Netherlands, to Schoven-Duiveland, a family destination which is very rich in nature and animal life, and they have been nominated for their environmentally friendly transport service. Not being in the Alps and therefore not being member of Alpine Pearls, we could say. West region in Portugal. Portugal also is very strong, with nominated for the traditional wine cultivation. They have introduced ecological and agriculture reserves, and their project with a strong focus on nomination is the accessibility of the beach. I guess also for disabled persons or pale persons with special needs. Excellent. Then we have Westvoorne in the Netherlands, nominated for the ecologically sustainable restaurant, rich in biodiversity and historical buildings. Eating comes later. This has been the nominations from politicos, and I think all of them deserve an applause. Xavier Lechian already has answered the question what the Eden Association is. We come to the nominations for VISTAS 2014 from the Eden Association, and I read here there is an Eden Innovation Prize. What is that?
We wanted to invited all the little destination to take part of this VISTA contest, and we call it the Innovation Prize, because what you have to know is that our members are not yet very professional, and we try to encourage them to become professional on a touristical point of view, and we show them that innovation year by year helps them to become professional.
Okay, this is important information, that just being a member of Eden is not sufficient. You had an internal innovation prize process in order to identify the best ones, which you can then forward to VISTAS. Excellent. Now we have two, and One is represented by the president himself. It's good to have organizations where the president is a front runner. This is very good, and therefore I'm very happy to tell you that Durbuy has been nominated by the network, but there has been a jury. Yeah? And the jury, I myself, I'm a member of the jury, is a group of independent experts who have had a look at these nominations and later has made decisions, by the way. Durbuy has been nominated for their best local artisanal products, key product and image 0 kilometer food. That means only eating, let's say, products out from the own garden, or let's say some 100 meters, produced by the farmers in the surrounding region. The second nomination from the ED network is Kuldiga in Latvia on the Baltic Sea, and they have been nominated for their massive project activities for sustainable tourism, including transport, mill restoration, etc. Also being one of the winners of the Eden Innovation Prize. Now, Alpine Pearl, we know already what it is, and Alpine Pearl has started only with one nomination this year. It is a launch event and will nominate more out of the destinations. And this one destination is Werfen-Weng in Austria. Without any doubt, the front runner in Alpine Pearls, and it's my pleasure that we will have also the mayor here. We will see him later again. They have been nominated for their e-car system. They are excellent in from door to door. If you arrive by train in that region, then you don't have to care for any car or whatever. You are picked up, you are brought to the hotel, and a lot of other issues. Maybe we will learn a little bit more about this later. So this is Werfen-Weng. Now the question is, who is the winner? Who are the best ones out of these various networks? And this is especially difficult with the Quality Coast nominations because of the quantity of this year. And we have the nomination seen from the coastal and island destinations, from rural destinations, from alpine destinations. And what is this one? Lagos has been selected as being second prize winner from the Quality Coast Network.
If there is nobody, I am the ambassador of Portugal in Germany, so I think that I am more than entitled to receive the prize on behalf of Lagos. Thank you very much. So here it is. Thank you.
Dagmar here. Dagmar, can you come? You saw in the beginning that Valer Tiole, our good old friend, cannot come because of falling sick, but his young colleague Dagmar Schreiber is here also for Visions on Sustainable Tourism, and you will forward the best wishes to your colleague. Thank you very much. Now, Gozo has been selected also as a winner of the silver prize, you can say. And is somebody here from Gozo? Come here. Okay, congratulations. And we are very happy to have with us Mrs. Esther Bajada. Congratulations.
Thank you. I wish to thank you for the trust shown, and this puts on us extra responsibility to live up to your expectations and to travelers' expectations. Thank you.
I thank you as well. Now we have another winner of the second prize, which is Durbuy. Monsieur Lechian, s'il vous plaît. A beautiful region and excellent food, isn't it? Okay, congratulations very much. So,
Just welcome to Durbuy when you want.
okay, thank you. Not only so-called second prizes or silver prizes we have, but also first prizes. And here we have, together with the expert team, selected Cascais in Portugal. Thank you very much. It's okay? No, yeah.
Words. Mr. Ambassador, just a few notes that I have here for my speech. Mr. Mayor of Sintra, a good friend of Cascais, our neighbor. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor for Cascais to receive the first edition of the Vision's Innovative Sustainable Tourism Award. I'm looking to this audience and I'm thinking, why such honor for Cascais? The VISTAS Award is for a project named Dunas de Crismina Interpretation Center, a dune card located in the middle, right in the heart of the natural park of Sintra and Cascais, a major tourist attraction in the municipality of Cascais that suffered a big intervention, actually a huge project. And this project was totally developed by the technicians of the municipality, and this award is for them, a very magnificent team. Today, like in the year before, when we were awarded for the silver medal in the Quality Coast Destination, we feel that our work in Cascais is being recognized by the world. It's the recognition of a strategy. It means that we are in the right path. Cascais is a quite young village, just turning 650 years old next June. We have 206,000 inhabitants, warm inhabitants, in a territory of more or less 100 square kilometers. Actually, 1/3 of our territory is a natural park, where the project is located. Cascais is proud to be a land of kings and fishermen. And yes, the fishermen are still there and you can visit them. The king actually lived in Cascais in what is now a very beautiful 5-star hotel. And speaking of 5-star hotels and kings, during the Second World War, Cascais had more kings without a throne than 5-star hotels. At that time, Estoril was as a part of Cascais, was like a melting pot of different cultures and different personalities. Even Jan Fleming, the author of James Bond, the character, has started written the first lines of 007 there in Estoril. But what was really the reason why the king has chosen Cascais to live? You may think that the king wanted to live in Cascais because of the beautiful beaches, or the cord of dunes that I've just said, or the magnificent mountains, or even the best fish in the world. And actually it is indeed the best fish in the world. On the other hand, I prefer to believe that the king moved to Cascais because of the warm people of Cascais. Actually is the best, the most important asset that we have, our people.
Now we come to Kuldiga in Latvia, being first prize winner nominated from the Eden Network. And my pleasure is to welcome Mr. Armand Slockenbergs. I don't speak your language, but meanwhile English is something like a common language, at least in this part of the world. And I think you want to say a word.
Yes. So, first of all, thank you very much. It is a very good initiative from the Eden side, and we participate in this project every year as a country, and we have very many nice destinations. As to Kuldiga, I should mention that please come to Kuldiga. If you want to see the widest waterfall in Europe, then this is in Kuldiga. It's very nice, small city, and in Latvia we actually have plenty of such kind of cities. So either way you will be winner, either come to Kuldiga and then Latvia, or to Latvia and then you must visit Kuldiga. So there is only win-win. Thank you.
Okay, so after you have been in Cascais, you can directly go to Kuldiga and the nice destinations in between. Now we come to the last but not least, winner of the VISTAS 2014 award, which is the front runner of the Alpine Pearls, Werf and Weng, and it's my special pleasure to have here Mr. Peter Brandauer, the mayor initiator, and I think you will never stop continuing with your engagement. Peter, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm very proud. It's a prize not for me, it's a prize for my inhabitants. We have election next Sunday, and I hope they will do the best, the right thing, I hope. Soft Mobility project is a project with 1,000 steps, and this is one important step, and I think the number 576. Thank you very much, I'm very happy, and I also invite you to come and to visit Werf and Weng.
So this have been the first winners of the new VISTAS Awards 2014, and now we give you an outlook and will are close to finish this presentation with a little bit surprise at the end, as I was told. Who can register for the VISTAS 2015? It was already mentioned, destinations, representatives of destinations, which are member of one of these or other networks, strongly engaged in supporting sustainable tourism destinations in the world. We started with Europe. There are networks like the Living Lakes Network, represented by Global Nature Fund, Marion Hummel over there, or the Europark Federation Network, or similar networks, which allow, not only allow, are really very strong and very engaged to help specific types of destinations to become more sustainable. And they all say, not only to me, maybe to many other people, it makes no sense that only one network is very engaged. All of us need to do something. Therefore, any destination can register an interest, but also shall join one of these networks in order to benefit from the services of these specific networks. And after having registered and being member of a network, then they can be nominated, then they make their sustainability assessments with the Global Sustainable Tourism Review and related tools using their Destinet Partnership Program, and they then need to fill out not a very simple, but let's say a feasible innovation template, which then will be evaluated through an independent jury, and this is the process. Our friend Valer Tjolle named it in his news services and news channels in the past few weeks, the green carpet ride to VISTAS. So 1 minute pitches have been announced. There have been nominated for next year Arosa and Caressa, and the Azores Islands with another initiative, and the Bayona also with another initiative. Not yet winner, just nominated, and there might come many, many more nominations, but they said, yes, we want to continue and we have something else to do and to tell. Berchtesgaden in the southern part of Bavaria, mountain area, and the cone destination in Italy, the Coxside with another initiative, and Limone Piemonte in Italy for their fully accessible restaurants, and the Malnitz destination in Austria, the Pralognan destination in France, also very strong in soft mobility issues. Ratchings in Italy, southern Tyrol, northern part of Italy, and Werfenweng with a totally different project. This is, let's say, the nomination probably for their activities in local food, healthy food, and excellent tasting food. So we could once do a food competition, maybe, which is essential. And again, Sintra for their another initiative. We have also an extra contribution from GOZO. Do you think it will work?
I'm sure it will work, but those destinations who are present, we had agreed with them to give in 1 or 2 minutes floor to them. I think in the first place there was a preparation from Azores, which is also a small PowerPoint here, and then Sintra, and then we have also a presentation from GOZO in the form of a video. I think that's it. So, Azores.
Well, good afternoon or good evening at this moment. Just waiting for the technician to put up a very short presentation. Basically, I will not develop which projects we have submitted, but I will just do a general overview of what is the Azores and its commitment for sustainability. So I have 2 minutes to speak about the Azores commitment to sustainability. Well, in fact, now I have 1 minute 55 to speak about these 9 islands that spread across the Atlantic. 9 volcanic islands that are known for the huge amount and diversity of volcanoes. We're talking about islands that are known for the hundreds of lakes, some of them big and small, for the thermal hot springs. Now, the Azores are definitely a destination that are sought especially by nature lovers that are looking for new and adventurous experiences. The Azores is not just landscapes, all right? We also have a strong legacy in terms of culture and history. Now, in terms of touristic development, we take 2 principles like most destinations would. One is conservation, and the other one is definitely touristic revenue, because there has to be some. Now, in terms of preservation, just to say that the Azores are rich, environmentally speaking. For the 6,500 species that we have, plus 450 of them are indigenous, plus the ones that you have passing by, so they're not residents. We are a whale sanctuary, for example. We have created over 80 protected areas, included in 9 natural parks on all the islands. The Azores are so committed that, for example, every time that we have a chance, we sign in international conventions, all right? Like, for example, the Ramsar. We have identified almost 12 Ramsar places, okay, for the management of wetlands in the Azores. This is almost 50% of the Ramsar sites in all Portuguese territory. But there's more. We also go for detailed stuff. There's 15 protected areas just for birds. Now, the Azores, for example, go even further, and this is a very curious case. We are known for part of our maritime management. The Ospar maritime areas, we have 7 of them. 1 of them is outside Azorean waters. So even the international community recognizes our loyalty, okay, and recognizes the fact that we can manage areas outside our own economic zone. Now, we have 121 geosites. We've just been included in the global network of geoparks. Now, with this, of course, we add the UNESCO sites. There's 2 World Heritage UNESCO sites, so blending all the environmental part with the cultural stuff. So basically, All these things, all this contest, all these resources, these are touristic resources, are available to tourists by activities that are very well regulated. We have strong rules, strong ethic codes that are implemented to the private sector, all right? So they cannot just take advantage of what is there. And more than that, everything that we do in the Azores has to be blended with the traditional local culture, all right? And this includes the festivities, this includes the local food. Now, it is this good balance that the Azores have between development and preservation that has integrated us. 3 of our islands are included in the world list of biosphere reserves. I mean, we have 9 islands. 3 entire islands are part of this restricted list. We have brought up the local community. There are several ONGs, all right, with huge ecological projects going on their own initiative. There's more. We also brought in the youngsters, because the future depends on them. Every single school, almost 100% of the schools in the Azores have got ecological projects on the go, all right? Now, that's why the Azores have been mentioned. We were a gold award in the Quality Coast last year. That's why you see the Azores present constantly, because there's a huge effort. And remember, we're not talking about 1, we're talking about 9 islands that spread 640 kilometers and all the efforts. So for all this, for this commitment, I think we have good and ideal qualities to be present in the world nominations, in this case, for what's coming by next year. It is a pleasure. I hope I didn't take much time. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you in the Azores, definitely, okay? Thank you.
We now travel 2 steps. The one is from here to the south to the middle of the Mediterranean, to Malta. We can start now. And after that, south to Africa, to Burundi.
Gozo, or Odesh as it's locally known, is the 2nd largest island in the Maltese archipelago, with a commitment towards sustainability. Developed just enough to guarantee sustainable economic activity, Gozo is a masterpiece wrought by nature, shaped through 7,000 years of culture. Home to around 30,000 inhabitants, the island is known for its remarkable peculiarities. The pristine coastline and untouched country trails blend into the picturesque scenery. Baroque churches rise from the heart of small villages, and traditional farmhouses dot the rural landscape. Gozo is simply there for you to discover and fall in love with. Love Gozo.
Okay, good. Short as promised, 1 minute they said, and this was advertisement, of course, but there is something behind, as well as behind all the other destinations, which have been nominated, which have been winner this year, and which already are nominated for next year. Now we close the VISTAS Awards, and I want just to give 1 word with very, very pleasure to Miss Carmen Nibigira from the Ministry of Tourism, Burundi, please. Maybe
We are delighted to be here at ITB. This is our 4th time we come to ITB, and we came with us with our royal drummers from Burundi. They only play their drums on special occasions. So tonight we believe with your audience, we are delighted to be here, but also to introduce Burundi as a new tourism destination in East Africa with new vision of bringing this destination into the new sustainable way of approaching tourism, where community, economic development, also environment and conservation and wildlife has to be part of what we do for our tourism destination. Thank you, and then enjoy the show. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. But now, with the Royal Burundi Drummers, we have a human bridge to the other continent, to Africa.
25 Grad, dann wunderbar.